Hello friends, welcome to G on 4. In continuation of my earlier lecture on stereographic projection, in continuation of that, today we'll be doing some practical exercises. First of all, I'll show you with some PPT how the plotting of planes and lines are done. As you all are aware, the important thing is that today we are going to plot planes and lines. So planes means generally we are taking in the field the strike. So strike is nothing but it is the intersection of horizontal plane with any inclined plane, and it comes as a line, and we take always with respect to the north and we measure it on a horizontal plane, while the dip we measure at right angle to the strike, but if we measure on a vertical plane at right angle to the strike, and that is known as the dip, and the direction in which it is dipping is known as dip direction. So friends, with the help of PPT I will try to show it now. So friends, today exercise what we are going to do is plotting a plane and plotting a line. So plotting a plane using a unit, if you want to plot a plane which is striking 280 degree and dipping 40 degree towards southwest, we can also write down in a quadrant bearing that it is north 80 degree west, 40 degree southerly. So if we see in the hemisphere, we see here this is the plane which is inclined towards south, which is striking about 280 degree. This is only to visualize the plane in the space and the way it cuts the sphere. So if we want to plot on the unit, here from north we have to count 80 degree west side and we will mark it as the strike. As we know that strike is always taken on the horizontal plane, so we are taking the outermost circle, that is of the equatorial plane. Then we will bring the same plane along the north-south line. We will rotate the plane so that the strike marking will come exactly on the north-south of our unit, whereas the north which is traced on the paper will shift 80 degree from the north below. Then we'll count from the southern side about 40 degree and we'll make the great circle. This great circle represents actually the plane which is dipping southerly. When we bring north again to the north of the unit, the plane is visible which is striking 280 and which is dipping 40 degree towards southerly. Now to plot a line on a unit, suppose a data is given that a full axis is plunging 38 degree towards 222, that is 38 degree towards south 42 west. Now we can visualize a line which is plunging in the southwestern side in the southern hemisphere. To plot it, first of all we'll put a tracing paper. With respect to north, we have to mark the line at 218, that is 42 degree west of south. So we will measure 280 degree. Once we measure this 218 degree, then this particular point will bring either on the east west or will bring on the north south, because plunge and dip both are measured in a vertical plane. We have brought the plane on the vertical plane, and from there we have counted inside, that is we will measure about 38 degree inside and will mark a point, and this point actually represents the line. And when we bring north with north, we will find out that it is plunging about 38 degree towards south 42 degree west. So this is how we are plotting the lines and planes. I will show you practically also how it is done. So first of all we have to take either wolf net or Smith net. We have to pierce through one pin from the center and try to put a tracing paper over that one and just mark the outermost periphery, and you have to mark north, south, east, west, and also you should try to mark on the paper itself the northeast quadrant, southeast, southwest and northwest. To find out the strike, as it is given, strike is 280. So we have to count on the periphery. This is 90, 180, 270 and 280. Once we have marked the strike line, then try to bring on the north-south. Once we bring on the north-south, as we have already marked on the paper the different quadrants, if we see here that this particular side is coming the southwestern quadrant, and we know that the dip direction is always at right angle to the strike. So from this western side, periphery, we have to count 40 degree, 10, 20, 30, 40. So now we have got 3 points. If we join these 3 points with a grid circle, as I am joining these all 3 points with a grid circle, once we have joined, we have marked a cyclographic curve is there. Then this grid in this your longitude, it actually represents the plane. Once I bring north again with the coincide with the north of the extrusionate, then this is the plane which is striking 280 degree and dipping towards southwest about 40 degree towards southwest. So this is how you can plot a plane. Now I will show you how to plot a line, and this line we know that it is plunging 38 degree towards 222. We know that this 222, if you mark on the periphery, it comes somewhere in the southwestern quadrant. So first of all you have to mark the trend. It is plunging 38 degree. Plunge also we measure in a vertical plane. So first of all we have to mark the trend, because trend is also measured only on the horizontal plane. So this is 90, 180, this is 200, 210, 220, and so we have marked a point which is showing us the direction 222. Now we have to bring the same point on a vertical plane, because plunge is measured on a vertical plane. I can bring on the left hand side, also I can bring the same point on the right hand side also. And once we bring this point on the right hand side, then we have to count its plunge, that is 38 degree from periphery to inside. So this is 10, 20, 30, and this is the 38. So I marked this point, and which represents the line. Now this line, and this is the direction of plunge. So if I bring again north with north, you can see here, this is the point which represents the line and which is plunging about 38 degree towards our 222. So this is how we can plot a plane and a line on a extrusionate. In the next exercise, I will show you how to find out pitch and other things. Stay tuned for more updates on GeoUnfold. Thank you.